Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have to warn you before you start watching this video that today's video is more for me than it is for you. I've been cycling now for about a month and I just wanted to know sort of where I'm at in terms of speed when going through different parts of my primary route that I take. So this is my benchmark route and it has some good elements in it. It's got a really nice long climb in it, which is what you're currently looking at. So this climb is about 2.5k of non-stop climbing. It ranges from about 5% gradient all the way up to about a 15% gradient. And initially, when I first did this climb, I couldn't do it without stopping. Now I've got to the point that I can do it without stopping. And I just wanted to see and record my speed for this. And so in the future, as I get better at cycling, I can see how much I've improved. The other parts of this course that are good is there's a really sort of, I wouldn't say it's a technical descent, but it's a hard descent for me because I've not got much confidence going downhill. And you'll see that actually when I'm going downhill, this is where I expect to make the most time in the future as I build my confidence going down at high speeds. Because currently I drop my speed right down because I'm on the brakes the whole time because I'm scared to death. And then the final bit that I'm going to show you is towards the end of the route. It's probably the flattest part of the route, and I know I can build my speed. I can accelerate on this. It's a road that's again about 2.5k, and I like to push myself on that road. It's right at the end of the route. So I've done like 22 miles, and then I get to push myself as hard as I can, sort of for 2.5k, and see what sort of speed I can get up to and maintain. The other reason for this video then is that I've been playing around with recording the telemetrics of the ride and figuring out how to overlay them. So I just wanted a test video to do that. So you can see I've got all that information overlaid on the screen, including my heart rate, what the gradient currently is, the speed, the altitude, all that sort of information. So I just wanted to do this video as my benchmark as where I'm at right now, which is on the 18th of August 24, and then I can do this route again in a month, 2 months, and see if I've made any improvements on it. You should notice that I have sped up the video of me climbing, so I'm only like doing between 6 and 10 miles an hour on this climb. I don't know if that's good or bad. Just for reference, I weigh about 96 kilo, and this was actually filmed on an endurance bike that I was gonna buy and I had to return because it was making awful noises that I couldn't bear during the ride. So I won't be riding this route again on this bike. I'm looking at getting a new bike and I'm just still deciding what to get. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this climb. Like I said, I've got no sort of bearing to go off. I'm completely new to cycling. I don't know if this is a good climb or a bad climb. All I know is that when I first tried it, it was very, very difficult. And now I've got to the point where I can do it without stopping. And I hope to keep improving the time on it. We're about to jump forward to the next part of the ride, which is the descent. Before that, I met this old boy at the cafe that I stopped at and had a nice little chat with him. I liked his little flag that was sticking out. And as I went past, he said, "Oh, I wish I was as fit as you," which was a nice compliment, knowing that I'm new. So now we're going into the descent part. And like I said, I'm feathering my brakes quite a lot or consistently holding them because the gradient here gets to sort of minus 20%. And it just builds my speed so quick, and I'm not that confident going downhill yet. So I think this is where I will make the most time up as I get better at cycling and more confident doing it. And you'll see that the speed here really isn't that fast compared to what I can do on the flat, where I've got more control and more confidence. If you've got any tips for going downhill, I definitely would like to hear them. tell me how I can improve this. Is it just a matter of riding more, or what? Is there something I'm missing on descending that I'd like to know that. So we're going to go into the straight now. So this, as I said, is about 2 kilometers. There is a bit of a decline, but also some inclines in it. And you'll see this is probably the best sort of indication of my strength and speed on the bike. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how I improve on this segment. For most of this segment, I can hold about a 30 mile per hour. Again, I don't know if that's good or bad, but it feels pretty quick for me, for my weight and for my level of experience. But this is probably the most fun part of the ride. Again, I'm on an endurance bike. Me and the bike in total here weigh about 115 kilo, maybe 110 kilo. So it's a lot of mass to move, but I do think it's probably the best sort of indication of where I'm at fitness wise. And so this is where I'll be looking at how I can improve on the speed here. You can see I'm giving it quite a bit of effort because I'm getting to about 160 heart rate here. And it probably goes up a little bit more once I start pushing up these little incline areas as well. So we'll see how my heart rate comes down as the speed goes up as well as I progress with cycling. Again, as I said, this video was mainly for me and me just talking my thoughts out rather than producing something entertaining for you guys. If you're still here watching, I appreciate it. Any comments you've got, any advice, I'd definitely love to hear it. Anything that can help me improve is greatly appreciated.